Hello, and welcome to Around Town. I'm Councilman Jim Everett, and today I'm here with my wife Sharon to explore Thrift Shop Row on North El Camino Real. This splendid array of philanthropic shops provides a variety of unique treasures at bargain prices, though there's a lot more to these stores than great deals. Through their sales, these nonprofits support a wide variety of social service programs. Their charitable alliances are transforming community donations of gently used clothing and household goods into financial support for people in need. Sharon, this is where you're affiliated with the Assistance League of Capistrano Valley and the Bargain Box. So this is our first stop. So what do you say we go in there?
I've been volunteering here for 16 years. It's a wonderful organization, and I'd like to bring you in and show you around.
Let's go. I'm here with Sharon Gonzalez, who's president of the Assistance League of Capital Valley. She's going to tell us more about the store and their mission. Sharon, could you tell us how the Bargain Box came to be?
Sure, I'd love to. I'm the current president of the chapter right now, but to really give you the right answer, I'd like to introduce Marianne Whittier, who was our president way back when we first started with the chapter.
Marianne, how are you today?
I'm just fine. This organization was started way back in the late 70s in San Juan Capistrano, but we didn't stay there very long. We rented a building there, and then we came in 1980 to this location and rented the building for 2 years. And when I was president in 1982, we bought the building. And so now it's all paid off, and everything we make here in the way of profit, we turn right back to the community in the way of all these many wonderful philanthropies that we do.
Well, thank you so much for being so instrumental in the beginning of this great organization's work here in San Clemente.
Well, you're welcome. It's really been a long, happy journey, and I'm still a member of the auxiliary. So it's a service and an organization that's nationwide, and yet we do all our giving to the local community.
Sharon, could you tell us a little bit about the type of merchandise you have in this store?
Well, we're very fortunate that we get so many wonderful donations. If you look around the store, you'll see that we have name brand handbags such as Brighton. We have boutique items. We have a beautiful front area with plates, housewares. If you look around the store, we have a lot of women's clothing, like I said, from the fashion area to sports area. We're fortunate that the Mission Viejo Country Club donates to us. We're fortunate that many local stores donate to us. And a lot of that is due to our wonderful manager, Nancy. She has a great rapport with the community, and so we get these wonderful donations.
Now, could you tell me what type of organizations and charities that you support?
We are all about the children here in the community. So our main philanthropy is Operation School Bell, where we clothe the children of the Capistrano Unified School District. We also clothe the children of the local Marine families at Camp Pendleton. So all in all, we are clothing over 2,000 children. We also read to the children with our hands-on literacy program, and we do puppet shows for the children, which is our Kids on the Block. And we also give monetary awards to teachers to help so many children in the middle schools.
Well, Sharon, is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
Oh yes, absolutely. I just want everyone to know that the Assistance League of Capistrano Valley is made up of women just like everyone out there. Women who are willing to donate 10 hours of their time or less per month and have a great time and give back to the children. That's what we're about.
Terrific. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jim.
We're now at La Tienda Thrift Store at 510 North El Camino Real. Here with us is the owner and founder, Jim Glenn. Nice to meet you, Jim.
Nice to meet you, Jim.
Please, could you share with us some of the background about how this thrift store came into being.
Yes. I actually had a friend who in 1993 began a thrift store in Capo Beach, and he opened a home with it that I helped him open for guys that mostly were transitioning off drugs and alcohol and some homelessness or just unfortunate circumstances in life. And I was the founding pastor of Heritage Christian Fellowship in San Clemente, which I left in 2007. And at the end of 2008, we found out that this store was open. Laura's House of Treasures had been here for 15 years.
Right.
And so we talked to Mike Vanny, who was the managing partner of the store, and decided to release it and open a thrift store here. And as Providence would have it, we were able to rent a house right across the alley where 14 guys live that are all part of the program, and they've become an integral part of what we do here.
That's absolutely terrific. What types of services and training do you provide for these young men?
Well, basically we have a program that's totally free, which is pretty unusual. Most programs that deal with people that are dealing with drugs or alcohol are very expensive. So our program is free. We try to help the guys deal with if they have DUI schools to attend, if they have court fines to pay, if they have anything basically from their past that needs to be cleaned up and dealt with. We let them be a part of the program for a minimum of a year's time. Some guys stay longer, depending on what their needs are. We have group studies every single morning, Monday through Saturday. I have a professional counselor who comes in, and she deals with the recovery aspect of our program, and she meets with the guys one-on-one also, so all free.
Sounds like an outstanding program. Is it a fact that those who benefit from your help also help and work here at the store?
Yes, that's basically how we make this whole thing work. Is the guys in the program for free, but they come and work here in the store. It always amazes me that there are truck drivers, there are cashiers, they take the stuff into the warehouse, they price it, they hang it, they tag it, they sell it. They basically do everything here at the store. So it provides everything that they need through their work as far as providing the labor we need to make the store happen.
Right. Do we have any of those volunteers around today?
Yes, we do. We have some eager volunteers that I'm sure would like to be on television.
Okay. Hey, Jordan, how are you? Pleased to meet you. Could you give us a few words in terms of your views as to how this group has helped you and how you're growing from it?
Well, first of all, I've got a relationship with God now, Jesus Christ, and then what it does is gets us back on our feet and helps us, pay care of fines. I've got my license back. I'm gonna sign up for college pretty soon and go to school, and pretty much just work forward to getting my life on track, get back on my feet. That Jim's a huge part of it, and without him, it wouldn't be possible for any of us here.
That's absolutely terrific. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
How are you today?
I'm blessed.
And what's your name?
Blake.
Blake?
Yeah.
And when did you get involved here?
Probably about a little over a month ago. I went through this program, and then I came here after because my dad actually went through the program. And it's pretty awesome though, because we learn to rely on God for everything, and everything that we get here is all donated, and it just keeps coming. So we basically rely on God for all the stuff that comes in, and it's cool because so many people come in and we get the chance to help them, because we're blessed with it, so we can bless others with it.
That's terrific. Thank you so much.
All right.
Jim, as for your merchandise, where does it come from? And can people donate to your store? And also, maybe you can tell us what your top selling types of items are.
Sure. Actually, primarily, a lot of our stuff comes right here from the citizens of San Clemente who, through different ways, they hear about what we do, and then we actually do pickups Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays.
I'm very familiar with that because I had some big pieces of furniture that we wanted to donate, and your team came up and lifted up the stuff that I certainly couldn't have lifted.
There we go. Yeah, so on those days we probably do 5 to 7 pickups. We'll go as far away as Mission Viejo. We've gone to Lake Forest, San Juan Capistrano, Dana Point, Laguna Beach. If it's good enough materials that we can resell, we'll go as far as we have to get it.
That's absolutely terrific.
So.
And what types of items?
We basically will take anything that's good enough that we can resell. So household goods, housewares, furniture, electronics, clothing, sporting equipment, outdoor furniture, pretty much anything that people buy, we'll take and we'll resell.
Terrific. That's very good. And personally, I want to thank you for everything you do, not only for the people in San Clemente, but I'm sure that you get from others from outlying areas that come in and you support. It's a terrific program. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you very much, Jim.
We're now at the Coral Thrift Shop at 534 North El Camino Real. Here with us is President Judy Ferguson. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Yeah. You know, Judy, I'm very familiar with the Coral Thrift Shop. A number of years, not a number of years ago, but a few years back, I was on the board of directors at the Ocean Institute when we built the new facilities down there. And I know year after year, we would hear and understand what a great job you guys have done in terms of supporting the Ocean Institute. I also know that your store is about to celebrate its 50th anniversary. Now that's longevity. Can you tell us about how your store got started?
Okay. Well, I wasn't there at the beginning, but it got started with a group of women that wanted to do something for youth. And we're not connected with any corporate entity. The money stays right here. And of course, no one has a salary, not the manager, not anyone. There's not one paid person. And they grew. We've been in this building about 30 years. And we initially had just one half, and now we have two. And part of that is because we have one of the best landlords in town. It's Mr. Brooks. Have to show appreciation for that. And this is our 50th year, and we are just so proud.
Your nonprofit donated $75,000 to those in our community. That's very impressive. Is this the typical year?
Yes, it is. Of course, not in the beginning. This all took time, but the last 3 or 4 years, I've been here less than 10 years, at least 5. I'll have to go back and count. But for at least 2 years, we've given $40,000 to San Clemente High School scholarships. We've given $20,000 to Boys and Girls Club. We've given at least $5,000 to Ocean Institute. And we contributed to their new van, and they put our name right on the van. It's just kind of a win-win situation. We get wonderful donations, and then people come in, and in a way they're making a donation because they're buying, and they get cool stuff, and they're happy. And Jim, we have donated over $2 million, and we were very proud of that.
You mentioned a recent feature story was published on Rodeo Drive of thrift stores in San Clemente. Tell us about that.
I think that was Fred Swiggles. I'm not positive, but he came out and did a front page story and then something in the inside, and he noted all the thrift stores. And I think he named that the Rodeo Drive of thrift stores.
If people have items to donate to your store, how can they do it?
They can just come right here Monday through Saturday, 11 o'clock till 4. Come up the back or the front, and we will just be so happy, and we'll give them a receipt, and we appreciate all donations.
Starting to tell a little story about some of the great things.
Yeah, I've been with Coral for just about 2.5 years. Once I retired, I had a friend say, "My mother wants you to come work," and I went, "Okay." Yeah, the average age is something around, what do we have, about 42 members, and I think the average age when I started here was in the mid-70s, sometimes in the early 80s. Years old. We've got a couple trucks here. And now, so they call us the youngins, which we love, so we're going to keep coming. It's just a spectacular organization. Again, like Judy said, it was started by 7, what we have heard are very, very feisty stay-at-home moms who wanted to do more than stay home. And it's just gone on for 50 years, and we just keep on bringing new people in. If you know of anyone, or if you're interested in volunteering, it's so much fun. It's only like 1 day a week. I'm a Wednesday, they're a Friday. You never mix the Wednesdays with Fridays. We're very proud of our day, and everybody works really hard. And the donations are what make us, I mean, they're spectacular. And if you've been up our back stairs, it's really hard to get up the back stairs, and they do. And they bring golf clubs, and they bring stuff. It's just unbelievable. And we've got a lot of competition. And still we have people who've been coming forever.
But you know, the great part about that competition is there other organizations that are out here to benefit and help the community. And that's what we love about this what we call the Thrift Shop Row.
Yeah.
And it's really terrific. So thank you guys for everything you do.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Next on our tour of San Clemente's Rodeo Drive of thrift stores is I Hope Treasures. I Hope Treasures is helping the homeless with the proceeds from donated merchandise they sell in their store. The parent nonprofit organization I Hope applies its donations to provide a pathway to success for homeless individuals and families in need of emergency and long-term resources in South Orange County. Let's go inside I Hope now and speak with the folks involved in operating the store. I'm here with Ladesha Goubert, and she is Director of Social Services for I Hope. Ladesha, what is your primary mission and who benefits from the thrift store?
I Hope's primary mission is to service the homeless, chronically homeless, and working poor in South Orange County. And our service areas are Lake Forest all the way down to San Clemente. And our mission through this thrift store is to provide funds for a lot of our programs that go back to service those clients that are in need.
And what are some of those programs?
Okay, the programs that we have are self-sufficiency. We run a mobile shower service. We provide mental health and basic health referrals to our community that are basically homeless and struggling with how to connect to the resources in their area. So those are some of the things we do. We do gas vouchers, we do bus passes, we help with rental assistance and emergency hotel vouchers as well. So that's a few of the things we do.
Listen, you know, one of the things that I've kind of recognized and see in the community is the demographics of the homeless population have changed. It used to be a number of years ago when they were usually the people that were ex-vets or people that had drinking problems or mental problems. But today there are so many more people. There are people like us that have had problems in losing their job, losing their homes. And what are the types of people you service the most?
Right, and that is a lot of the working poor. So I feel like a lot of people right now, because of the cost of living and just our general economy, are about 2 steps away from losing their home. And so we're working with a lot of families and single mothers and people that are just struggling through a time period that they just need 2 to 3 months worth of help. And it can be something little. It can be gas vouchers for the month. And we just provide that service to them and do case management and are actively involved with them until they get on their feet again. And something else we do is relocation support, because a lot of people really can't afford to live in this area anymore. And so we provided assistance to reconnect individuals and families to another location where they could possibly survive and get on their feet and have a much better chance of really living well instead of just struggling paycheck to paycheck.
What great support. How can people help I Hope Treasures?
Simply by donating. As you can see, a lot of the merchandise and the things that we have in the store are a little bit higher end and nicer quality. So everything that we sell here benefits our population of homeless and working poor in the area. So you can be assured that it's going to a good cause, and by volunteering your time as well.
Speaking of volunteers, what kinds of individuals you're looking for? Do they have to have any experience?
Oh yeah, lots. No, I'm kidding. No.
That's good.
No.
So you're looking for lots of people, but they don't have
lots of people with no experience.
With no experience.
No,
okay.
Anybody can be trained. It's really easy and it's really fun. It's a great place to work. There's tons of great things in here with good prices. If you can just keep from shopping and buying it all yourself, you're just in.
Okay.
It's a great place to work.
All right. What donated items do you need more of to help fulfill your mission?
I think women's clothing is just the best thing going right now, because we have mostly women shoppers, and if it's higher end merchandise, we'll probably sell more of it. So higher end, and also furniture.
My wife is just cleaning out some closets.
Let's have it.
And she was talking about taking them somewhere else, but I'm going to tell her to bring them down here today.
Well, thank you. It'll go to a great cause.
How can people learn more about I Hope?
Well, you can go to our website. It's ihopeoc.org, and we've got a lot of information there, and we'll be doing some things coming up, fundraisers and such that'll be posted on the website as well.
Terrific. Is there anything else you'd like to add or talk about any of the cases or how you've helped some people?
I would actually. We just a few months ago had a client that came in, and she's a real success story. It's an older woman, 75-year-old, and she lives with her 85-year-old brother. And they were in their van living as seniors, living very compromised health in their car for 6 months. So my case manager, Lori, and I.
Right, let's bring Lori over here.
Let's introduce Lori because she's a very big part of this. So Lori and I worked with this brother and sister for about 3 months, consistently trying to get their paperwork in order because that was a big setback to her receiving full benefits through SSDI. So once we had that paperwork in order, something miraculous happened. We had an opening at Cottons Point Senior Apartments. We spent an entire day down there getting all of their paperwork in order, signed a agreement of an additional gift that would bump up their income level, and they were in there that night. So they have had housing for an entire month.
Terrific.
They're off the streets. They're out of their car. It's
that's
amazing.
good.
Yeah.
Lori.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Could you tell me, besides talking about some of the cases, could you give me a feeling for how it makes you feel and how you feel connected in terms of doing this type of work?
I'm a drug and alcohol counselor by trade, and I've always been in the giving field. I love working with the homeless. It's a different mindset than I'm used to, but watching them actually make it, and like our client we were just speaking of, and seeing them go from living in the back of their vehicle to actually being in their own home and helping them pick out their little things and taking them shopping. It's really gratifying.
That's terrific. Well, I'd like to thank you both and thank IHOPE for all the good work you do in our community.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for supporting us.
Thank you.
As you can see, our neighborhood thrift stores and their charitable alliances are making our community an even better place, one sale at a time. Next time you are cruising past Palizada, pull over and check out these great little finds in our Spanish Village by the Sea. You'll be happy you did. See you around town.